There's the charity, goddammit.
No, Jesus Christ, no.
LaVar Ball is probably the most talked about sports dad of all time. Aside from his 3 kids who are expected to be the future of the NBA, at least according to LaVar, he is also the CEO of Big Baller Brand, the company that sold the ZO2 Prime basketball kicks for $495. And although it seems LaVar's company may be in trouble following allegations his longtime friend and business partner Alan Foster embezzled $1.5 million from the company, which LaVar's son Lonzo is a majority owner at 51%, LaVar doesn't seem too concerned. But LaVar has never shied away from being in the spotlight and never seems to back down regardless of what's going on. At the time of this recording, there is tons of speculation Lonzo Ball is going to sign with Nike, especially after he removed his Big Baller Brand tattoo from his arm and turned it into a pair of awkward looking dice. Now this is an updated video on the rich life of LaVar Ball, so you guys may already know about his $5.2 million mansion in Chino Hills or his $400,000 convertible Rolls Royce Lonzo bought him for Christmas. But I will say a lot's changed since our last video. At the time of this recording, LaVar's net worth is still $4 million, but with what looks to be the downfall of his Big Baller Brand, that number might plummet, and I'm here to tell you guys all about it.
Where do you get that?
What? You gotta get that name, man.
That from Lithuania?
Hell no. That's something that Big Baller created.
What's going on, guys? My name is Jared Bronstein, and today we're going to take a look at the financial come up of the one and only LaVar Ball, CEO of the Big Baller Brand, and what he spends his fortune on here for you on The Rich Life. Now, as I mentioned before, this is an updated video, so be sure to watch our original Rich Life video on LaVar. We've also done a couple videos in this series on basketball players or fans, such as Kevin Durant, Kyle Lowry, and of course Raptors superfan Nav Bhatia. Be sure to check those out, and as always, let me know in the comments down below who you'd like to see next. Now, before we start our video off, our trivia question for the day is how many views did the Balls family Facebook show Ball in the Family get on their debut episode? You gotta stick around to the end of this video to find out, and I'll see you guys after the intro. LaVar Ball was born on October 23, 1967 and grew up in South Los Angeles, California. One of 4 boys, LaVar was a passionate athlete, playing quarterback on his high school football team and forward on the basketball team. He attended West Los Angeles College, then transferred to Washington State, where he would actually start for the team. After averaging just 2.2 points per game, he would again transfer, but this time end up at California State University in LA, where he would play with 3 of his 4 brothers. He also played as a tight end on the Long Beach City College football team, and although his boys are known to be big ballers, LaVar actually didn't play any professional basketball. Instead, he opted to play America's game. On May 4th, 1994, LaVar signed to the New York Jets on a contract worth a reported $150,000. He was released on August 22nd, then re-signed on March 7th, 1995, and assigned to the London Monarchs of the World League. He would then join the practice squad of both the Jets and Carolina Panthers, where he would have earned just around $7,000 a week. But before the season was officially over, LaVar would be forced into retirement by a knee injury. After coming to terms, his dreams of being a professional athlete would come to an end. LaVar, who was and is still in incredible shape, I will admit, I mean just look at the guy, decided to work as a personal trainer in California. The average salary for a personal trainer in California, according to Glassdoor.ca, is currently around $46.5 thousand per year. LaVar's wife, Tina, also worked as the athletics director at Vernon Middle School, part of the Ontario Montclair School District. According to CareerTrend.com, the average annual salary of a middle school athletic director is just under $87,000. Now these are the averages of 2019, but still, to scale it back to the late 90s or early thousands, before all this fame and fortune, it seems the Ball family wasn't doing too bad for themselves. But as you guys know, all this would change, and the Balls family stock would grow significantly when Ball's eldest son, Lonzo Ball, who was just traded to the Pelicans for Anthony Davis, would be the projected first overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Now, in case you guys didn't know, Lonzo was drafted 2nd overall, but that wouldn't make a difference to LaVar, who would still speak very highly of his son's skills and future in the NBA. I mean, just look at this clip here.
Could you beat Michael Jordan? I'm not talking about in his prime, I'm talking about now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could beat Michael Jordan right now. Yeah. Your father doesn't think so. What you mean I don't think so?
And since the trade, which will become official on July 6th, LaVar has guaranteed the Lakers will never win another championship. I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily get behind that, especially now that they're the favorites to win the 2020 championship. But LaVar definitely knows more about basketball than I do, so really, who am I to talk?
Like I say again, it'll be the worst move the Lakers ever did in their life, and they'll never win another championship. Guaranteed.
Love him or hate him, LaVar's arrogance would eventually lead to him and his family having a hit reality show on Facebook called Ball in the Family. It's very clever actually. According to a report put out by ESPN back in February of 2018, the Ball family was paid millions of dollars for the reality show produced by Bunham and Murray, who also produced the wildly successful Keeping Up with the Kardashians. At the time of this recording, the Ball in the Family page has just under 1.9 million likes, a total of 82 episodes, and they just aired their season 4 finale. On June 12, 2019, the show was renewed for a 5th season, with episode 1 expected to premiere on August 18th of this year. Even Warriors head coach Steve Kerr gets it.
LaVar Ball is laughing at all of us. People are eating out of his hands for no apparent reason, other than, you know, he's become like the Kardashian of the NBA or something, and that sells.
Now, as previously mentioned in this video, the Big Baller brand has taken quite the hit, considering Lonzo has decided to distance himself completely from the brand that he's a majority owner of, after reports that his dad's good friend and business partner, Alan Foster, stole as much as $1.5 million from Lonzo. It seemed the Baller brand would be no more. At the time of this recording, the Big Baller brand website is currently under construction, meaning you can't purchase any of the pricey merch. I say pricey because before it was taken down, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, the ZO2s debuted at a whopping $495 US. In comparison to most other basketball shoes, that's almost a 125% markup. But amidst all these allegations, LaVar was on the latest episode of Ball in the Family saying, I quote, "I gotta have some business meetings with Alan and get the Big Baller brand running even better. The second round is always better." Now this was before Lonzo would tell his dad about Alan's criminal past that LaVar would claim he had no idea about.
They're gonna come out with a story that Alan has had a past. Crooked ass pass. Finagle people out of money.
Following this news, Lonzo would then tell his brothers he's leaving the Big Baller brand, who both agreed they don't want to be associated with it either. Since the report dropped, videos have been posted of Lonzo's manager throwing out the ZO2s down a garbage chute, LaVar's wife Tina and LaVar throwing out all their Big Baller brand gear, and LaVar saying the operation shut down. Now after all these years, I find it hard to believe they're going to give up on the brand they worked so hard on to grow. From the first shoes debut to the following they were able to grow in Lithuania, the brand of Big Baller has made a splash worldwide. Although ZO has been recently linked with Nike and Adidas, their show ends with LaVar telling the family he thinks they should keep the brand moving forward. I mean, after all, it is theirs. It ends with LaVar asking ZO what he thinks and then goes black. Talk about a cliffhanger. Regardless of what the Ball family decides to do with their brand, they've definitely made their fair share of coin off the brand over the years. But according to the Better Business Bureau, the company has had a number of complaints, with people claiming they've had to wait weeks or even months to receive their orders. This led to the business getting a grade of F. Now that's not a good look on what's supposed to be a luxury brand that would compete with the likes of Nike and Adidas. But LaVar also has other ventures. He made a deal with a company called Bronstein to import Lithuanian water to the United States, branded with the Big Baller brand logo. Back in 2018, LaVar was quoted saying, "Which NBA player is advertising water? No one. Everyone in the US is for some reason too proud for water campaigns. There are energy drinks that get advertised, but no one even thought about water." Gotta give it to him, he's right. He's a pretty smart businessman. And a year later, in February of 2019, photos of bottled water with Lonzo Ball and the Big Baller brand started making its rounds on Twitter. At the time of this recording, I'm not sure if they're still for sale or in production, especially after Lonzo said he wanted to cut ties with the brand.
I'm trying to let you know, yes, buddy, look at it. So you know you gotta be paying when you got your own damn.
Back on May 1st, Ball posted a promotional photo for the Big Baller brand mini camp, which is a fundamental basketball camp that was allegedly going to include all the boys of the Ball family. The camp is expected to tour the Middle East and Europe with stops in Qatar, Austria, Switzerland, and Belgium. Ticket prices for this camp are going for €400 each, but I'm not sure what the status of the camp will be now with all the drama surrounding the brand.
Like this, and this is how the media is looking at, like the brand is supposed to be bad because somebody in our camp did something crazy. All he did was take the money. The brand is still rolling. We good. Just because somebody takes the money, that makes our brand bad? Nah, he the one who took it. Not me, not Zoe. Not the people on the brand. Everybody, all the things we did, signing autographs and shaking hands, people supporting the Big Baller brand. We with them.
Now that interview was from April, but it seems although the big baller brand's future is still up in the air, LaVar will be able to continue living a lavish life thanks to 2 of his 3 kids, who will most likely both have a very bright future in the NBA. Now I'm not saying LaVar is going to be relying on his kids by any means, but it seems they wanted to reward their dad for all the groundwork he put into them growing up to make them the athletes they've become. Most recently, just days after Lonzo was traded to the Pelicans, LaVar's youngest son Melo signed with the Illawarra Hawks, which is in Australia. According to Melo, who's aiming to be the first overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, he feels this was the best decision for him. LaVar also has the Junior Basketball Association, where his middle son LiAngelo Ball plays for the Los Angeles Ballers. Reports claim the JBA isn't doing as well as LaVar had hoped, with a New York Post article claiming LaVar is having a hard time finding an audience. He also received backlash for the pricing of his tickets, with courtside seats costing as much as $100. On top of all this, just the other day, LaVar made a comment while on ESPN's First Take, hosted by Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, and Karam Rose, that he's being called out for. During the interview, Karam asked LaVar, "Can I switch gears with you for a second?" Which LaVar responded with, "You can switch gears with me anytime." Rose and the First Take's crew definitely did not appreciate the comment, with Rose eventually signing off the show saying, "If anyone's calling HR today, it's me." One of Ball's spokespeople told TMZ, I quote, "LaVar was asked if he wanted to switch gears. In his mind, switching gears was changing the subject anytime, and he said, yes, you can switch gears with me anytime. At no time was that intended or meant to be sexual in nature." End quote.
Go ahead before I get back to him.
LaVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question here.
You can switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here. All right.
Despite all the drama surrounding LaVar and his family, the man is still worth $4 million at the time of this recording, but I got a feeling his stock may drop if the big baller brand does eventually fall through. As mentioned in our previous video on LaVar Ball, he lives in a 3-story mansion built in 2005, which is over 1,300 square feet of interior space, including a formal entry, media rooms, a chef's kitchen, a gym, 8 bedrooms, and 8 bathrooms. The massive home has front and rear staircases, which are mainly just for show because he's also got an elevator. At the time of this recording, LaVar's boys have a combined net worth just under $15 million, with Lonzo valued at $10 million, LiAngelo at $4 million, and LaMelo at $700,000. But with Lonzo being the only one to make 8 figures for himself as of now, he's been quite generous. He's apparently gifted both of his younger brothers cars, and for Christmas he got his dad a $400,000 convertible Rolls Royce. Also, the mansion that LaVar owns was apparently bought by Lonzo. The LA Times reported that it was his LLC that bought the big baller brand mansion, but when asked about it, Lonzo said, "All I know is that they live there."
This thing is 16,000 square feet on 3.5 acres. Shit, I tear down all the bushes. You don't see no trees. You see how neat my shit look compared to everybody else?
The Rolls-Royce Dawn that Lonzo bought is a 4-seat, 2-door convertible handmade in the UK and features a direct injection 6.6-liter twin-turbo V12 engine with 563 horsepower. While the car starts with a price tag of $335,000, the company claims most orders come in around $400,000, which is what Lonzo is reported to have paid for it. But overall, LaVar lets his mouth do the talking, and that's about it. He's not a very flashy guy, doesn't seem to wear much jewelry, if any at all, and usually only wears his big baller brand clothing. But again, with the brand currently up in the air, and the latest episode of Ball in the Family showing LaVar and his wife throwing out their big baller brand clothing, it'll be interesting to see how LaVar dresses moving forward. Maybe we'll see him in some Gucci, or Supreme, or Champion. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to do a part 3 update on this guy after everything settles with this whole situation. I'm sure they'll cover all of that in the season 5 premiere of Ball in the Family, but it'll be interesting to see if the premiere can beat out their season 1 episode 1 premiere, which clocked in over 26 million views. At the time of this recording, it's now up to 28 million. Alright guys, I'm wrapping up this video here. My name is Bronstein. If you guys haven't subscribed to our channel yet, be sure to do so. Also check out the other videos we have here posted for you guys, and you can find me on social media at Bron7. I'll see you in the next one.